So how do I fit into this world of successful exits and business owners and entrepreneurs that have sold their business? Now, a number of my clients I've been working with prior to the actual event occurring. So they've had some point in their life prior. Often their business is going quite well for themselves, and they're starting to ask some questions about what should I be doing now, and I get involved early on in the piece, and then partway through that journey the business that they're operating is sold, and their whole world changes. Sometimes though, I get a knock on the door or a phone call, and someone will come in and say, look, I know you work with so-and-so, I happen to have just sold my business, or I'm about to just sell my business. This amount of money is about to land in my bank account. What do? I don't even know where to start. So they're the two, I guess, ways in which the whole conversation around planning around the exit and moving on from there works as far as I'm concerned. The first part of that conversation then becomes, well, what do you actually want to do? What are your plans and aspirations post selling the business? Do you want to take some time off and spend some time with family? Do you want to go traveling? You got debts and things. What do we need to do with those? Do you have aspirations of starting a new business? Chances are you probably will. It's not about if, it's more about when, and so how do we need to do that? And so we work through this exercise to say, well, this is where you're at now. What are some of the things that you want to do? Do you want to give some money to charity, help out family and friends, whatever it might be? And that kind of puts a peg in the sand at some point into the future that we can then start to work towards. So once that goal setting exercise is wrapped up, we can then move to more to the investment and structuring side of things. So we'll then go through an exercise around the structuring of this money. Should you have some of it in superannuation? Should you have it in a trust? Should you have it in your own name, in a partner's name, in your kids' names? Who knows? That's different for everyone. So there's a whole structural piece in which we work quite closely with your accountant, and then we move on to the investments. Here at First Financial, we have quite a robust philosophy around investing clients' money and making recommendations around that. And so we work through an exercise there to then ultimately get to the actual investments. Should you have this share or that share? Should you have your money in term deposits? Should you have money overseas? All the rest of it. So there's a process to follow. It really starts with where are you at and what are you looking to do now that the business has been sold, things are wrapping up and you're starting to move on. What do you want to do going forward? That really then dictates what to do from there. The conversation that we have does not at all start with, hey, you've got this money, let's try and chase this return. Chasing returns for the sake of chasing returns is completely pointless, as I mentioned in a previous video.